Okay guys, so welcome to another broadcast video. My name is Philip and today we are here to talk to you about Quant Network. This is about the third video that we are making about Quant Network. We've said it before, we like the project, so we follow it and we will bring you any updates that happens for as we all move forward. So please, if you're interested in Quant Network, please subscribe to this and we will bring you every update that happens around the quant technology. So please subscribe. I will need that. So Quant Network is trying to build an operating system. It's trying to build a system that enterprises will need to help make blockchain adoption easy and faster for big businesses. And also it brings interoperability between different kind of blockchains, and the tech itself is very big, and so we all know what is that is capable of. But today's video is about the Quant token utility, what the Quant token is going to be used for, and how important it's going to be for the Quant network technology. So our vision is to build an ecosystem around Overledger, allowing for developers and enterprise to innovate, create value, and build game-changing multi-chain applications for users and their customers. And they are not just trying to achieve this anyhow, but they're also trying to achieve this by working and accepting or working and obeying rules and regulations around. So they are trying to have a use case for the Quant token by going with the FEMA guidelines on any other rules and regulations around any other jurisdiction. So this is what they are trying to achieve. So what in simple they are trying to do is have the Quant token be in middle of everything that is built around the Overledger operating system, the Overledger technology. And they are doing this by pegging the fiat currency to the Quant token, because they know that the Quant token has a potential of being worth way more than it is today. So they can say that maybe developers will need one Quant token to access the Overledger network, because today it's worth just about $2.27, but we all know the potential of this. We all know it can be worth way more. So what if it's worth like $100 tomorrow? That means they will have to change as well. So they are trying to make this simple by pegging it to the fiat currency. So maybe it can be like one quant, or maybe it can be like you will need like $10 in order to access the network. That means if you are in Europe, maybe you will need like €9 and maybe some few cents in order to access some pounds. Then you will make the conversion yourself, and if you are, then you buy the value of that in Quant token. So it will mean if the price is higher, like I made a video a while ago, just about some few days ago, and you can watch the video. I'll link it below, so please go ahead and watch that video when I was talking about how easily it will be for Quant Network to hit about $100. So if it is worth 100 and you will need the fiat value of $10 in order to access, that means you will need just 0.1% of the Quant token in order to access the network. So this is how it talks about how they will peg it to the fiat currency and make sure that the price is stable and price can be anticipated in the future. So this is how it is, and this is how it will be for developers and for users and for enterprises. So developers will be able to obtain an annual license to develop applications on Overledger through the purchase of Quant tokens equivalent to a fixed fiat amount, like I just explained. So if you need maybe $10 worth of Quant token, then it will be depend on the price of the token at that moment. So after buying the Quant token and making the transaction to access the network, the developer wallet will in turn be authorized to access the platform for the length of the license period. So if you bought it for an annual period, then you will have it for the year. If you bought it for maybe a few weeks or months, then that will be the duration that you will have your license valid to access the network. And so after the subscription has ended, you will have to renew in order to have new keys to access the network. So that is how the network is going to work. Also, there are going to be some add-on services that by itself won't be a product that Overledger will be talking to or will be marketing to enterprises, but they will be here to facilitate adoption and facilitate growth for the Overledger network. And also, the only time that fiat currency or other digital currencies can be charged using the Overledger network is when a developer or enterprise accepts to monetize their product to their users, and they can say that users can buy through fiat currency or can buy through a different digital currency that is not Quant Network. So that is the only time that a transaction might happen, but it might not be based on the Quant token. So when it comes to enterprise, that was for developers. So developers will need the token in order to access. They will need a subscription, and they will need to renew the subscription whenever it ends in order to have an active case to access the Overledger network. For enterprises, when it comes to enterprises, there are some things that will be put into consideration, like the number of users of the enterprise, the number of employees, the type of application, either is internal, external, native application, or web-based, and the volume of transactions on the Overledger network will also be a factor to consider. So Quant Network is working on the pricing model and strategy, which is expected to be finalized by Q2 2019 with the release of Quant Treasury. So in the middle of all this, they will build a treasury to take care of everything, to oversee everything that happens within the Quant Network ecosystem. Platform fees. In addition to the license fees, a platform fee calculated as a percentage of the license fee in QNT will be payable. However, QNT will be obtained and managed through the treasury by Quant Network on behalf of the client at a given day's rate. And there is also a consumption fees. Similarly, payments for read and write to Overledger will also need to be made in QNT based on the fiat value. For example, if the read and write equates to $10 per month, the equivalent will be paid to the Quant. However, the conversion to Quant will be handled by the treasury. So as enterprises will have larger volumes of usage, we will be introducing payment options for pay as you go. So enterprise will have the option to choose which of these payments works for them well. So we have pay as you go. So you will just make payments for the services that you are using right now on the Quant network. And we also have pay in arrears. You can use it, then make the payments later. Then pay in advance. You can pay in advance to use the network. The one that you haven't used yet, you pay for the future usage. Then you will be unlimited usage and number of users. So there will be add-on services, just like for users, just like for developers. There will be add-on services for enterprises as well. So enterprises, we are releasing enterprise add-on services which provide additional features and services which can also be consumed as middleware. This will be released with updates to Overledger for enterprise to utilize. Then we have the gateways. The gateways is in preparation to scale our technology. We are expanding Overledger gateways to access multiple permission and permissionless blockchain networks. Overledger gateways are hosted as part of our multi-cloud strategy to utilize network latency, providing enterprises, developers, and users choice to use the closest gateway. Gateways are hosted by Quant Network and partners, but also by enterprises within their private public cloud instances or corporate networks. So when it comes to gateways, I don't know how we, the users, or we, the people that are invested in Quant Network right now, are going to have. I don't know if you're going to have access to run those to help these Overledger gateways, because if we can, then it will be good for the community. It will bring a lot of people to the Quant Network community, to the Quant Network ecosystem, because people will be interested in running those and getting reward for it. But I don't know if it's only going to be available for enterprises that will choose to use the Quant Network, or we, the believers in the technology, are going to also have an option to run those. So I think that's something that we will have to wait for until everything is finalized. To help encourage the expansion of our gateway networks, we are looking to provide users the opportunity to host their own public Overledger gateways to drive volume and applications to multiple permissionless blockchains. To help facilitate, we are exploring the use of dual utility tokenomics in order to earn revenue for the amount of volume used in hosted gateways. By the way, guys, so this is it. In simple terms, it means that the Quant token is going to be valuable, because I compared it to Ripple. When someone even asked why I did that, and I saying they are both going for the enterprise adoption. They are both concentrating on big businesses instead of some simple solutions. They are aiming for something big, and also their technology. They have patent on some technology, while they have a part of their technology also open source. So that is some similarities. But the very big difference right now, and it's a good thing for quant holders, is the clarification on the Quant Network Token, the QNT token. Like from this document, we can see that it has very good use cases, and if the Quant network is successful, then the token will be successful. If the XRP token was built into the Ripple token, like Quant is built, like QNT is built into Quant, then the XRP token will be worth much more than it is today, because right now it's like assumption. People are assuming that, oh, the banks will end up using it, right? But if Quant gets adoption, you don't have to assume, you just know for sure that they will use it, because from this document it states everything that developers will need it in order to access the Quant network to build apps for users. Users will need it in order to access the map store, and enterprises will also need it in order to build applications and everything, and also to access the technology in general. So guys, it's a good thing. And some good news coming, also more good news as well. So following the recent IDEX listing announcement, we are excited to announce that QNT will be listed on another top 10 exchange, DigiFinex. So it starts on 1st of February, so it's today. It's today, guys. It's good. So after DigiFinex, Bittrex International is the next big exchange, probably is the biggest one right now that Quant Network is listed on. So it's a good thing for QNT token. So like I said, today the price is trading at $2.27 and the volume is 1.3 million. Total market cap is 22.2 million. We all know this is one of the most undervalued cryptocurrencies right now, and right now it's trading on Bittrex. For some reason the volume is still low. I don't know, it's very low. Like from the entire volume is just 0.20 from Bittrex. So let's hope maybe it's because it's new, because I think that is a better exchange than most of the exchanges that Quant Network is listed on. Okay guys, thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I make daily reviews of cryptocurrencies. Okay, so if you're even more interested in Quant Network, then please go ahead, subscribe, comment, and like the video. And also please let me know, what do you think are the way forward for Quant Network? Do you think there are some use cases that the team didn't talk about, something that you would like to see as a use case for the QNT token? The one thing that I personally want to see, or I would like to have a clarification on, is the gateway. I think we, the community, have to have access to run nodes for the gateway. We have to have access to run nodes for the Overledger network, because I think that is one of the ways of bringing people, expanding the community, and also rewarding them for their hard work. So I'll be glad to see that one, instead of making it just accessible to big businesses. I think we, the community, have to also have access and get rewarded for it. So thank you for watching. I'm saying it again, subscribe guys. Bye.